victorious breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Exhale, engage Mula Bandha. Lift up at the pelvic floor. Keep that lift through the whole practice today. Now, if you don't want to assist or you don't want any lotions, raise a leg and down dog split. Thank you. So here's what I'm going to have you do. Come forward to a plank and notice if you're having to scoot your feet back or you're having to move your hands forward. Your down dog's too short. Give your down dog a little more space. And then exhale, go back. Keep your hands and feet there. Go back, down dog. Be a little more spacious with it, a little more generous with your down dog. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Let's go right up here. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. On your inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Then exhale, tuck the toes under, push your seat back onto your heels, lift your knees up, downward dog again. Good. On your inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, seat back onto the heels, lift the knees up, downward dog. Then soften the knees, slowly walk the feet toward the hands. Keep the feet about hips width distance apart. Keep the hands about 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet. Press your palms down, let your head be heavy. You Uttanasana, good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. And just parallel your feet. Exhale, 3, so they're not turned out. So you got them a little like this, turn them more like that. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Then just soften the knees. Heel toe your feet out as wide as your mat. And then come down to a squat. Bring the hands together in prayer. Press out with the forearm. Squeeze in with the knees. Yogi squat. Now, if your heels are lifting up, you can always sit on a block. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, place the hands on the floor and come sit down. And you can sit on a block. You can sit on a blanket. Raising your hips a little higher than your knees. So we're going to be here for a few minutes. So make yourself comfortable. All right? You can also come sit in Virasana if you want to, or a lotus. If lotus is in your practice, go for lotus. That's perfectly fine. We're going to chant the bija mantras today. The bija means seed. That's what that means in Sanskrit. And so a seed, when you plant a seed, you water it, you give it a little sunlight, it grows into a little sprout. Then from a sprout, it grows into a little plant. Then it could grow into like a tree or a flower or whatever it's going to grow into. But everything starts with a seed. And so the beautiful thing about that is that you're cultivating something, right? You're cultivating something new. So with these mantras, they don't really mean anything. Because a seed, like when you look at a mustard seed, you don't know if it's a red mustard or black mustard or a European mustard, Chinese red mustard. It just looks like a mustard seed. Then you plant it, it grows into something. So this has a kind of a lack of a form right now. So we'll chant Om 3 times. So we're going to start with the Muladhara chakra. The Muladhara chakra is in the astral body, but it has physical placement on the physical body, right? So I want you to see a red dot at the base of your spine, right at your tailbone, right where the perineum is, where I told you to lift up at Mula Bandha. And the color is red, like I said. This has relationships to family, to home, to financial security. And the bija mantra for that is Lam, L-A-M. And so I'm going to sing the mantra first, and then we'll sing it together. Lam, 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 lam. Lam, 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 lam. La, la, lam, la, la, lam, la, la, lam, la, la, lam. La, la, lam, la, la, lam, la, la, lam, la, la, lam. Lam. Together. Lam, 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 lam. Lam, 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 lam. La, la, lam, la, la, lam, la, la, lam, la, la, lam. La, la, lam, la, la, lam, la, la, lam, la, la, lam, lam. So all of the melodies will be just like that. So I won't sing it. The next one we'll sing together. So when you move up from that chakra, the next chakra is the Swadhisthana chakra. And it's about 2 fingers below your belly button on your spinal column. And the color there is orange, and it relates to sexuality, intimate partnerships, or creative energy like arts and manifesting new things, like maybe a business, even creating something new. And the bija mantra for that chakra is Vam, V-A-M. So let's chant Vam. Vam, 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 vam. Vam, 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 vam. Va, va, vam, va, va, vam, va, va, vam, va, va, vam. Va, va, vam, va, va, vam, va, va, vam, va, va, vam, vam. So let that resonate with you for a moment. Now, moving up to the solar plex, which is right underneath that kind of curved space at the center of your rib cage. We're going to move up to the Manipura chakra, the jewel of the city. And the Manipura chakra is related to the ego and the sense of power that the ego can have. It's also important, there's that idea of an overly inflated ego. We talk about that an awful lot. But also, a chakra blocked here would also create an ego of somebody who's very self-loathing, who doesn't have a positive outlook on themselves and their being. So a negative self-image can also be a blocked chakra, not just the kind of boisterous, narcissist. The color there is yellow, and the mantra for it is Ram, R-A-M. So let's chant Ram. Ram 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 Ra Ra 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 Ram Ram. So if you notice, all three of those chakras, they're all earth tones: red, yellow, orange. You get up to the center of the chest, what we call the heart center, and all of a sudden the Anahata chakra, the unstruct space, this color is green, and green is a beautiful color. I love it in terms of when you think of these seed mantras, because seeds are sometimes brown, red, dark colors, earthy colors, right? But then that seed blooms and it creates a little green sprout. So green is a color of new life, new beginnings, new hope. And the Anahata chakra is related to unconditional love, compassion. It's our letting go of the me, myself, and I, and moving into a state of awareness of our ability to give and not expect anything in return. And the mantra there is YAM, Y-A-M. So let's chant YAM. Yam, 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 yam. Yam, 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 yam. Ya, ya, yam, ya, ya, yam, ya, ya, yam, ya, ya, yam. Ya, ya, yam, ya, ya, yam, ya, ya, yam, ya, ya, yam, yam. Once you realize your full potential for unconditional love and compassion, the energy moves up to the base of your throat, right at the bottom of your throat. And this is the Vishuddha chakra. And it becomes really that idea of becoming a spiritual seeker. You ask who you really are. Are you the body? Are you the mind? Are you more than the body? Are you more than the mind? I have a body, I have a mind, but what does it mean to be in the body and the mind? Maybe I should start investigating the inner world. So that's what this chakra is related to. And and the throat chakra, its color is blue like the ocean. And its bija mantra is hum, H-A-M. So let's chant hum. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum. Ha, ha, hum, 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 hum. So, the first step in a spiritual awakening is to become the seeker. And when a seeker seeks out, the seeker starts to see. And when you see, you become the seer. And when we talk about spiritual seeing, this isn't with your two eyes, your physical eyes, but this is with the third eye, or the Anjane chakra, which is in the middle of the forehead, but really is in the middle of your brain. And that chakra is becoming aware consciously in a cosmic level. And the color there is indigo, and the chakra's mantra is Om. Let's chant Om. Om, 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 Om. Om, 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 Om. Oh, oh, Om, oh, oh, Om. Now, once you have opened that third eye, you understand that no, you're not the body, you're not the mind. You have a body, you have a mind, but you are Soham, I am, and nothing can come after am. You are Tat Tvam Asi, that thou art. You are Aham Brahmasim, I am Brahman. I am divine. I am one with the universe. And the Sahasrara chakra that sits on the top of your head is like 1,000-petaled lotus. And it's said that it shoots out light that's just pure white light. It emanates pure light from all of those different colors that have moved up through your body. And the bija mantra there is one long Om. So let's chant Om. And that Om goes on for infinity, just like you do. So let's chant them all the way through, and I'm going to put them all together like this. Lam Vam Ram Yam Ham Om Om. 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 Go. Lam Vam Ram Yam Ham Om Om. 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 Now asanas relate to each one of these chakras. And today we're going to practice going through these chakras with the asanas. And I'll tell you which ones are related to which asanas. But stay focused on those bija mantras as you practice, and keep seeing those little dots of light running up your body. Slowly come into child's seat with your arms extended out in front of you and your forehead rested on the ground. That third eye resting down on the ground. And reconnect to your Ujjayi pranayama, your upward victorious breath. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale, re-engage Mula Bandha if you lost it. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now tucking the toes under, pressing into your index knuckles. Lift your knees up, coming into downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, come forward to a plank. I already did that. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, seat back onto the heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, bend your elbows straight back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good for you. Soften the knees, slowly walk the feet toward the hands. Keep the feet hips width this, bring your feet together this time. Yes, bring those feet together. And then soften your knees, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time till you come all the way up to a standing position. And then come up to the front of your mat, Tadasana, and make a intention for the practice today, a higher intention. Set a higher intention of wanting to reunify these chakras so that the energy is moving through you fluidly, all the way to the crown chakra. And exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. All standing asanas relate to the Muladhara chakra, the root chakra. So think about the root chakra as you practice Surya Namaskars and standing asanas. On the inhale, bring the hands together in prayer, extend the arms, Urvahasana. Exhale, fold over straight legs, Uttanasana. Press palms down. Inhale, lift the head and chest and prepare. Exhale, step, jump, walk back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, rise up, extend the arms. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bring the hands together in prayer, extend the arms, Urvahasana. Exhale, folding over straight legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, lift up into my hand a little. Exhale, 2. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, rise up, extend the arms. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bring the hands together in prayer, extend. Exhale, fold over straight legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step, jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, rising up, extend the arms. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bring the hands together in prayer, extend the arms. Exhale, fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Good. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, lightly step or jump your feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, rise up, extend the arms. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana. Bring your feet together. On your inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair. Exhale, place your hands on the earth, extend your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward, turn the left heel down, come up, warrior 1, and stay. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Turn your heel down. Exhale, 3. There you go. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Back foot turned in a little. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back to a plank. Look forward. Exhale, bend your elbows, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. On your inhale, step your left foot forward. Turn your right heel down at an angle, not out to the side. Come up warrior one. Notice how you can square your hips. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, bring your hands down to the earth. Step back to a plank. Then lower yourself down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. On the inhale, step the right foot forward. Left heel down, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Step back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. That's surprise dominga. On the inhale, left foot forward, right heel down, warrior one. She looked up at me and went, oh my God. Exhale, hands down to the earth, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, left heel down, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down to the floor, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel down, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down to the earth, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, stay. Inhale. Exhale, push your chest back. Inhale, good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past your hands. Inhale, step or jump your feet in between your hands, lightly. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair seat. Exhale, come stand up, Tadasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair seat. Exhale, place your hands on the earth, extend your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward, left heel down, warrior one. Exhale, open up arms and hips, warrior two. Inhale, extend your right leg. Move your right foot forward, every body just a little bit without moving your back foot. Then exhale, bend your right knee and stay in warrior two. But try to get your knee over your ankle and your thigh parallel to the floor. So you're actually bending that knee deeper. And remember, this is all about your security, your family, your parents, your job, how you make money. So you want to be like a warrior about to throw a spear. You want to be stable. You don't want to be like a breeze can knock you over. I've seen that happen in this asana. You're going to be stable, like a warrior about to throw a spear. On your inhale, extend your right leg. Then reach forward toward the middle of the room. Pull your left hip back. On your inhale, come back up with your shoulders over your hips. Exhale, reach forward. Pull your hip back. Inhale, lift up with your shoulders over your hips. Oh, I'm tricking you tonight. Inhale, reach forward as far as possible. Place your right hand on your right shin. Lift your left arm up. Gaze at your left thumb, triangle trikonasana. And still, you're grounding down. And this is what's so beautiful about this asana. Pyramids ground down into the earth, but they reach for the heavens. So it's not about reaching for the floor. Just stability, strength. But at the same time, always thinking about upward energy. How can you actually still know divinity? How can you still know the cosmos and still be grounded into the earth? On the inhale, come all the way up to a stand. Then exhale, bend your right knee and place your right hand inside your right foot tonight. And then exhale, lift your left arm straight up into the air. So one straight line from wrist to wrist. And here you want your right knee really bent. So you're going to move your right foot forward a little bit, all the way to where my foot is. And you're going to bend your knee deeply so your thigh is parallel to the floor. Yeah. Go on to the inside. Let's go to the inside one. Yeah, this is B. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Now on your inhale, gently place your left hand down. Now walk both your hands over to the left and rotate on your heels, coming into a straddle forward fold. This side of the room is going to be facing one direction. The other side of the room is going to be facing that direction. So you're going to face the windows. There you go. Now lift your head and chest. I know, like, oh my God, it's not working the same way as it always does. Exhale, fold forward. And here, as you fold forward, do check your feet out. So you want your feet parallel like railroad tracks. Now, you can walk your hands back. You can even walk your hands back toward the further back. I don't care tonight, but what I do want you to think about is your feet and how stable you are in this. You don't want to be bending your knees to do this, and you don't want to also have a lack of stability. So when you do this, what you're going to always do, and you may have to squat down because you're taller, is you want to clamp that thigh. Okay, you don't want to do it. You don't want to put your hands on her unless you're grounding her down, right? So yeah, and then squat, squat, squat like you're doing a squat at the gym. Squeeze her leg, and then press here down, and then you can do that. Good. On your inhale, lift your head and chest. Now, walk your hands forward. Now start to walk your hands back toward the center of the room. Rotate on your heels and actually frame your right foot, pointing your right toes to the center of the room, and lift your left heel up. So you're like in a lunge. Yeah, you're like in a lunge now. Now start to shift weight forward into your right foot and your hands. On your inhale, lift your left foot off the floor, straightening your right leg, standing split. And as you press into the floor with your hands, lift your left leg as high as possible. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now on your inhale, lift your head and chest. Look forward. Exhale, drop your left hip so you close your hip. Soften your right knee. Step your left foot back into a long lunge where it came from. And then exhale, step the right foot back, downward facing dog. All right, let's now do the other side. On your inhale, step your left foot forward. Turn your right heel down. Coming up, warrior 1. Here again, think about stability here. You don't want to be wobbly when you come up in a warrior. Okay? Open the arms and hips, warrior 2. Yeah. Now, extend your left leg for a breath. Move your left foot forward a little. Don't move your right foot. Be generous with your left foot. Move forward, forward, forward where my toes are. Then bend your left knee, and as you bend your left knee, your left thigh's parallel to the floor. So it's like I could come sit on your knee, okay? Like you're like Santa Claus's leg, letting a little children sit on your knee. Good. And that's how you would be if you were about to throw a spear, right? And breathe. Find that stability. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Bend your left knee more. Inhale. Exhale, 4. So bend. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. On your inhale, extend your left leg. Exhale, reach forward to the left. Inhale, lift back up with your shoulders over the hips. Exhale, reach toward the center of the room. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, reach forward as far as possible. Place your left hand on your left shin. Raise your right arm up. Triangle Trikonasana. And here again, think about how you are grounded, you're stable, but still the pyramid, the triangles, reaching for the sky. The energy is yearning to touch the sky. It is already grounded. It's stable. It's not about touching the floor. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now on your inhale, lift all the way up to stand by pressing into your feet. Then exhale, bend your left knee. Place your left hand inside your left foot. Right arm's going to reach straight up toward the ceiling. So extended angle B. And here again, check out what your knee is doing on that left side. If there's not enough bend in it, then you're going to kind of get an angle. You may want to move this back foot more up a little bit. I think it's your foot sliding. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Now inhale, place your right hand down. Now walk both your hands over to the right, coming into a second straddle forward fold. This side of the room is going to face this wall. That side of the room is going to face the window. So don't look at the people across from you now to cue you. Check your feet out. Make sure that your feet are parallel like railroad tracks. Now reach over and grab your big toes. On your inhale, lift your head and chest, look up. Then exhale, fold forward, bend your elbows out to the side. And as you bend the elbows out to the side, lift up through the sit bones. Yes. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Excellent. On your inhale, lift your head and chest. Exhale, release your toes. Place your hands down. Now start to walk your hands back toward the center of the room. Rotate on your heels. Turn your left toes to the inside of the room. Come onto the ball of your right foot and frame your left foot. Now shift weight into your left foot and hands. On your inhale, lift your right foot off the floor, extending your left leg, standing split. Then exhale, fold forward, pressing your palms down, trying to lift a little higher in your right leg. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, let your head be heavy. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now inhale, lift your head and chest. Drop your right hip so your toes aren't pointing toward the ceiling, but they're pointing down. Soften your left knee, step your right foot back into a long lunge. Then step your left foot back, downward facing dog, lift your hips. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now you're going to love this because this is all about that root chakra and balancing, baby. Bend your knees, look toward the center of the room. On your inhale, jump your feet in between your hands. Exhale, fold over your legs. Yes. Now, soften your knees and take your left hand and hold on to the outside of your right foot, lifting your right heel up. Now, take your right hand and hold on to the inside of your right foot with your right wrist on top of your left. Your knee is in between your arms. Shift weight into your left foot. On your inhale, press into your left foot and stand up, bringing your right knee into your chest, picking up the step. Exhale, ground down through your left foot. On your inhale, extend your right leg straight out in front of you. Drop your right hip. Exhale, fold forward over your extended right leg. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Talk about your Muladhara chakra. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And inhale, lift your head and chest. Bend your right knee, hold on to your foot. Now look down at the floor and start to bend your left knee and gently put your right foot on the floor where it came from. Release your right foot. Soften your knees, lift your left heel up. Reach over with your right hand, hold on to the outside of your left foot. Then hold onto the inside of your left foot with your inside of your left foot with your left hand. Shift weight into your right foot. Let your left foot become light. On your inhale, lift up, bringing your knee into your chest by pressing down. Good. Exhale, drop your left hip. On your inhale, extend your left leg. Drop that left hip. Then exhale, fold forward over your extended leg. Find the balance in the right foot. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift your head and chest up as you bend your left knee into your chest. Hold on to that left foot. Exhale, fold forward, bending your right knee, putting your left foot on the floor where it came from. Good for you. Now release your left foot. On your inhale, bend your knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair. Exhale, come stand up to Dasana. That's one of my favorite sequences. Pick up the step. Now, everybody, step away from the front of your mat about 2 feet. Bring your big toes and heels to touch. Feet come together. So big toes touch, heels touch. So check those feet out. Tell them to put those feet together. There you go. Bring your hands into undulating mudra. And then rise high on the balls of your feet, lifting your heels up like you're in those RuPaul high heel shoes from Drag Race. Not those little ones from Lord and Taylor. You want them to not be the polite ones. Okay? Now, keep your shoulders over your hips. Start to bend your knees and descend your seat towards your lifted heels. As your seat comes all the way down, open up your knees and place your hands on the floor underneath your shoulders. Lift your hips up and squeeze your upper arm bones with your knees. Bend your elbows, start to tilt forward and lift your toes off the ground. Coming into Bakasana. Sometimes they say it's a crane, sometimes they say it's a crow, but it's all about the Muladhara chakra. Why? Because it's about balancing, it's about stability, it's about rooting down into the earth even though you're on your hands. Exhale, 1. Inhale, listen. Exhale, 2. Don't make it fancy. Exhale, 3. Look forward, not at your toes. Inhale. Exhale, gently put your feet on the floor and come sit down. Extend your legs out in front of you. Good for you. Moving up into the Swadhisthana chakra. Remember that color is orange. Sexuality, hip openers. Flex your feet, lift your head and chest. Exhale, fold forward. Hold onto your feet, Paschimottanasana. So when we talk about sexuality in our culture, you know, we could talk about how that society has given us a very warped sense of intimacy and sexuality. Why? Because we live in a culture where we sell potato chips through sexy. We sell like dishwashing soap through sexuality. And everybody has to be beautiful, exterior beautiful, model beautiful. And it gives us a warped sense of what intimacy is really about. It becomes very superficial, and it becomes attached to monetary value. So sexualization of everything, even in yoga gets sexualized, right, is an unhealthy chakra. My dad, he was the kind of guy, any time he could tell a dirty joke, he would tell a dirty joke in the most inappropriate places, right? My mother would get so angry, and then later on, when I started practicing yoga, I kind of realized they didn't really have a healthy, intimate relationship because my father loved doing that stuff to embarrass her. And then they would go home and fight. And that's not the kind of thing you want when we're talking about this chakra. We want a situation where there's mutual respect, that there's growth and there's love, and there's the kind of ability that you can share intimacy with somebody without feeling like you need to always be defensive, or you always have to keep your guard up. On your inhale, lift your head and chest. Exhale, open up your legs to a wide straddle. Then flex your feet. You can stagger if you need to. Reach down, grab your toes, your ankles, your shins. And exhale, fold forward, Upavishta Konasana. Wide straddle forward folds. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Pull your toes back. Inhale, good. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good on your inhale. Lift your head and chest up. Now bend your right knee and open up your right knee to the side and bring your right heel on the inside of your left pubic bone. Then twist your torso over your left leg and exhale, fold forward over your left leg. Upavishta Janu Shirshasana. And so here I want you to keep the leg out to a straddle. So this one's going to come out. So it's going to be different. It's going to make it a totally different asana in your hip. There's nothing wrong with bringing the leg forward, but notice the difference in the hip when you experience it like this. Exhale, 1. Remember, you're dealing with those, the chakra that is like all about hip openers. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good on your inhale. Lift your head and chest up as you lift your right knee up. Now open your right foot out to the right and bring your right knee to the inside of your left knee. So switch it. So your left leg is extended. No. You're going to lift your right knee was here. I know we did. Now you're going to lift it up and you're going to take this foot behind you. Oh, in a half Virasana shape. So you didn't do that, did you? No, there you go. Now if you need to, sit on a little bit of a blanket if you find that you're kind of collapsing. That'll make a little space. Now twist your torso over your left leg. Yeah, so still on that nice wide straddle. And exhale, fold forward in your half Virasana. Ooh, there you go. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Kind of the same. Exhale, 3. You would still want to kind of ground, but not so pushing it here. Exhale, 4. You would really more just kind of ground down. Exhale, 5. Not pulling back. Inhale, lift your head and chest up. All right. Now, what I want you to do is bring your left leg straight out in front of you. Keep your right leg like it is. Now, bend your left knee. Come onto your left heel like you're on the gas pedal of a car. Reach over with your right hand. Hold onto the outside of your left foot. Outside. With your right hand, hold onto the outside. With your left hand, hold onto the inside. Get your knee in between your arms. On your inhale, lift your heel off the ground, extending your leg. Ooh! And then exhale, fold forward, bend your elbows out to the side. Crane. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale. Lift your head and chest up. Bend your left knee. Put your left foot down. Extend your left leg out. Gently lift your right knee up, rotating your right femur, and then extend your right leg out to a straddle again. So now go back out to your straddle. Bend your left knee. Open up your left knee and place your left foot on the inside of your right pubic bone. First, just your wide-legged Janu Shirshasana. Then twist the torso over your right leg and exhale, fold forward over your right leg. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale. Lift your head and chest up. Keep your right leg there. Lift your left knee up. Open up your left foot to the left side, bring your left foot behind you, coming into your half Virasana. There you go. You may want to sit on something on the right hip. Yeah. Then, twist your torso over your right leg again. And then exhale, fold forward over your right leg. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now in your inhale, lift your head and chest up. Now this is so much fun. Bring your right heel forward a little bit. Bend your right knee, put your right foot on the ground, then come onto the heel of your right foot. Reach over with your left hand, hold on to the outside. Reach over with your right hand and hold on to the inside so your right wrist is on top. Then on your inhale, lift that foot off the ground. Notice how you have to use all those chakras to come up in that foot. Then exhale, fold forward. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Excellent. On your inhale, lift your head and chest, bend your right knee, put your right foot down, extend your right leg out, lift your left knee up, extend your left leg. Then point your toes like a ballet dancer. Take your hands behind you, 6 to 8 inches. Bring your chin into your chest. On your inhale, lift your hips up into tabletop. And then exhale, let your head go back. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bring your chin into your chest and come down. Bend your knees, cross one ankle over the other. I don't care which one. Roll over the shins, step back to a plank. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good.
Inhale, bring your right foot forward between your hands. Exhale, bring your left knee to the floor underneath your hips. Inhale, lift your torso, extend your arms alongside your ears. Exhale, hands on prayer, twist to the right. Inhale, if you can, lift your back knee. Keep breathing. So now we are in Manipura chakra. Manipura chakra is color yellow and its element is fire. Manipura chakra is related with personality and ego. It is how you use your personality to conduct yourself in the world, and how you use your personality in the sense of power. Are you using that power to be abusive, or are you using that power to help others? Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bring your left foot halfway forward, extend both knees. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Exhale, bring your left hand to the outside of your right foot. Your right hand reach up and look at your right hand. Revolve a triangle. So this is the other hand. This hand goes out here. This hand goes. So your shin and your forearm are touching. Manipura is directly connected to digestion, and good digestion and assimilation is a key for good health. But it is important that when we choose our food, we have conscious about how we are using our power when we are eating. Are we using our power to abuse from those that are in a weaker situation than us? Or are we using our power to give them a voice? Inhale, frame your right foot with both hands. Exhale, bend your knees, bring your left knee to the outside of your right foot, come to sit down. Inhale, extend your left arm alongside your ear. Exhale, twist to the right. In Hatha Yoga Padiprika, it is say, that Manipura chakra is related to twist, and when you are in Ardha Matsyendrasana, it makes the digestive, so Ardha Matsyendrasana makes that the digestive fire you have in your stomach get like so much stronger that it will release the toxins and disease, and will also help the awakening of the Kundalini. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, counter twist. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward in a lunge. Exhale, bring your right knee to the floor, underneath your hips. Inhale, extend your arms alongside your ear. Exhale, hands on prayer, twist to the left. Inhale, if you can, bring your left knee up. So also when they talk in the old text about disease, it could be like physical disease, because when we are moving our body and twisting, it helps to our digestion to be better, so we are getting rid of the toxins. But it's also possible that they are talking about the spiritual disease, like abuse of power or like low self-esteem. Inhale, come back to center, frame your foot with both hands. Exhale, bring your back foot halfway forward until both heels are on the floor. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Exhale, bring your right hand to the outside of your left foot. Your left hand reach up and look at your left hand. And so we have a Sudha body, and in that Sudha body we have wings. Those wings are called vayus. And in the navel area we have Samana Vayu, and Samana Vayu is responsible for absorbing the nutrients from our food. And right above Samana Vayu, we have Prana Vayu, that is responsible to get the prana our body needs. Inhale, frame your foot with both hands. Exhale, bend your knees and bring your right knee to the outside of your left foot. Inhale, lift your right arm alongside your ear. Exhale, twist to the left. In the lower part of the body, underneath the navel, we have Apana Vayu, and Apana Vayu is responsible to get rid of the toxins, to expose everything from our body. So Apana Vayu is a negative energy, and Prana Vayu is a positive negative. And when Prana Vayu and Apana Vayu get together in the navel area, the two forces get an explosion, and that explosion comes up. Come back to center, inhale. Exhale, counter twist. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, downward facing dog. So that explosion creates an energy that opens its way up in Sushumna Nadi, and that opens the way for Kundalini to awake.
And moves into the next chakra, which is the Anahata chakra, the unstruck sound, the heart center. But you just got rid of all that good, nasty ego stuff, and now you can start to really think about compassion and love and unconditional love. Not just love, but unconditional love. On your inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Stay in Cobra. Lift your hands off the floor. Squeeze your little legs together, because snakes only have one tail. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Now lift up. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, come down, relax. So the idea of opening up the spiritual heart, like I like that what Jaminga said too, that sometimes when we have disease, ending up being disease, that this disease could be something on a spiritual level, not always physical. So sometimes when we look to be healed, you know, too much healing now is all about like, is my body going to get sick? Think about like, you know, healing the spirit, healing the soul. Bring your forehead to the floor. Okay, now interlace your fingers at the base of your skull. At the base of your skull, with your elbows pointing out to the side walls. Now first, lift your elbows off the ground. Keep your forehead down. Notice how you have to engage your scapula to lift your elbows away from the floor. So once you lift your little elbows up, just keep your forehead down, lift your elbows. Notice what happens here in the middle of your back. Now, on your inhale, lift your head, your legs, your elbows higher, and squeeze your legs together and look at the person across from you. So this is supposed to be a sea monster. Inhale. Exhale, 1. So squeeze your legs together, dude. Now lift your elbows up, away from the floor. Exhale, 2. Inhale, lift this way. Exhale, 3. Oh, there you go. Stay out there. Exhale, 4. Legs together, legs together. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down. Release your hands from behind your skull. We don't do that one very often, do we? All right. Reach your arms toward the center of the room. Yeah. Your palms are going to face each other, your inner palms. Your arms are alongside your ears. Keep your arms alongside your ears. On your inhale, lift your head, chest, legs, and arms. Like you're like a mermaid, swimming through the ocean. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down. Relax. Bring your hands by your chest, elbows close to your ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So opening up the center of unconditional love and compassion is really difficult. It's like getting that first seed to sprout, you know. If you put too much water on it, it'll rot. If you don't give it enough water, it'll dry out and die. On your inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Bend your knees, reach back, grab your ankles. Pull your navel toward your spine. On your inhale, kick your feet into your hands and lift up, Dhanurasana bow seat. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down, release your feet, rock out your hips a little bit. Bring your hands by your chest, elbows close to your ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now listen. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Bring your knees behind your wrist crease. Then immediately lift your shoulders up so your shoulders are over your hips. Now, make sure that your knees are hips width distance apart. You can tuck your toes under, you can stay on the tops of your feet, but don't twist. It's a back bend. All right? Bring your hands to your waist, and then bring your thumbs closer together, your elbows closer together behind you. Bring your chin into your chest. Think about lifting your heart up to your throat. On your inhale, lift up and start to arch back. As you arch back, place your hands on your heels or the soles of your feet. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift up, lift your shoulders. Then exhale, come sit on your heels. Bhadrasana, thunder seat. Bring your hands onto your thighs. Just close your eyes for a moment. This is his second yoga class. He's doing amazing, right? Just he's doing great. All right, from here, this is so easy. Bring your hands over to the left. Come sit on your left hip and lay down on your back with your head toward the wall behind you. Okay? Yeah. So simple. Now, bend your knees, tickle your heels with your fingertips. Feet or hips width distance apart. On the inhale, lift the hips, the lower, the middle back. Clasp the hands together in a fist underneath you. Half bridge. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down, release. Now you're at the wall. So if anybody wants to go to the wall for upward bow, I don't mind. If you want to put blocks on the wall, be my guest. If you want to use your hands against that molding, that's okay. You can also roll up a blanket and put a blanket at the floor and the molding. And that helps with the wrist. Anything you would like to do to come into upward bow, be my guest. Urdhva Place your hands next to your head. Elbows toward the ceiling. On your inhale, come up, Urdhva Look at here, exhale 1. Think about opening the heart. Exhale 2. The seat of unconditional love and compassion. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. You keep going that way. You're kind of pushing the wall away from you. Come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. You can do it. You're getting excited and you're just kind of pushing everything away. You're not moving your body upward. You're moving it that way. That's why you're sliding down that bolster. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a 10 breath upward bow. Okay? And that's going to count as 2. So place your hands by your head. On your inhale, come up. See how you kind of still moving forward? Exhale 1. Inhale. Good for you. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale, bring your chin into your chest and come down. Good for you. Bring your knees into your chest. Give your knees a hug. So once you've moved all that energy up into the heart, and sometimes you think about it, we spend a lot more time with the first 3 chakras than we do. We spend a good bit of time in the heart, but once we get past the heart, we don't spend as much time. Why? Because this is even more subtle, like the throat, the third eye, the crown chakra. It's even more subtle. It's less tangible, so it's more delicate. So we kind of spend less time there, so you don't get flighty. Have you ever met yoga teachers that were flighty? They show up late to class and all kinds of stuff, and you think, well, I thought they've been working on these chakras. What's going on here? Well, if you spend too much time and energy on the upper chakras, you get flaky, right? That's when you get flaky yogis. They're not grounded. They've bypassed all this kind of earthbound stuff, and they've gone straight to the spiritual stuff. Bring the knees over to the left, extend the arm out, twisting. So it's important that you spend time in the grounding energy, because spirituality shouldn't be a cop-out for having to be present and being aware and being focused, right? In fact, your spiritual practice should make you more aware, more conscious, more focused in your daily life, not less. Come back to center, bring the knees into the chest, go the other way, twisting the opposite direction. But you know, when you meet those people who have just spent so much time and energy all on their third eye and their top of their head, and you go, gosh, they can't pay their rent, they're like always losing their jobs, they show up late all the time, but they're always talking about that Kundalini Shakti. Well, they're not grounded. So we spend more time on these grounding chakras, opening them up so you're healthy spirituality. Bring your knees back into your chest, give your knees a little hug. Now from here, for those of you who are not going to come into shoulder stand, you can bring legs up the wall in Viparita Karani. If you're coming into shoulder stand, come into shoulder stand. If you would like, you can use the wall for shoulder stand. Okay? So we're moving up into the Vishuddha chakra, the throat. And like I said, this is the color of blue. And it is that ability to start asking yourself, who am I? Am I this body? Am I this mind? Let's come into legs up the wall. So come over here. So if you're coming into shoulder stand, start with plow, then put your hands on your back and lift your legs up in there. Come over here, come over here. You're doing good. Okay, let's continue this. There you go. That's not bad. Now put your hand flat. Can you put your hand flat like that? It'll be easier to hold yourself up. Okay, I'm going to leave you here. All right? He's like so excited. His mouth's hanging open. He's like, oh my God.
I'm not got that.
Okay, now I'm going to lift your hips, and you're going to walk your hands right here. Put your hands a little bit further up. Good for you. All right. And once you really start to ask that question, who am I? Then the higher spiritual realm starts to open up. Cosmic consciousness, the Soham. In the Shivite tradition, it's Shivoham. I am Shiva. Right? Beautiful poem by Adi Shankaracharya. Shivoham, Shivoham. I am not the body. He says in the poem, he says, I'm not my parents. I'm not my rituals. I'm not my mantra. I'm not my guru. I'm not my body. I'm not my thoughts. He goes through everything that's material, and he eliminates it one by one, and he keeps saying, I am Shiva, I am Shiva, I am Shiva. Bring your legs overhead, let your toes touch the floor behind your head. Here again, in halasana, why is halasana important? Well, you'll feel this kind of coppery, metallic taste maybe at the back of your throat. That is said to be the toxins from this chakra being pushed out and squeezed out, just like you did when you were twisting in Manipura chakra. It's all of the negative, and it tastes like metal. You taste it? Maybe some of you do. Bend your knees, bring your knees alongside your ears. Karnapidasana. The hala hala, that's what Shiva drinks. The poison. And his throat turns blue. Then put your hands on the floor away from the shoulders, slowly come down one vertebrae at a time. Yeah. Now, if you don't have a blanket, immediately go into fish. Feel that hala hala energy go right up into your third eye. If you have a blanket, move your blanket off the side. See if you can feel how that energy's shooting up from your Vishuddha chakra into your sinus cavities. That's why you go into fish. Yes, it decompresses the spine. There's a reason why we do it physically, but spiritually, it allows that energy just to be released. Then press into your elbows, bring your chin into your chest and come down. Bend your knees into your chest. Give your knees a little hug. And then roll over into a child's seat. And we started out the practice in child's seat. So I had you actually kind of stimulate your third eye before we started, because I wanted you to kind of be ready for this. So in child's seat, put your forehead on the ground and really start to see if you can feel that area throbbing on the ground. Like when you make contact with the earth, see if you can feel the blood pumping right there underneath the surface of the skin. If you can, that area is becoming awakened. It's because there's not a lot of blood vessels right there underneath your skin of your forehead. You know, it's not like there's a bunch of big, thick blood vessels. But if you can start to feel, not in a headachy kind of way, but it's like a little tap, 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 that's becoming open. Interlace your hands together. Place your head on the floor behind your wrist crease. Tuck your toes under. Lift your knees up. Walk your feet forward. You can come into a half headstand, keeping your head on the ground, keeping your feet on the ground. Then, if you want to, you can bring the knees into the chest. Bring your heels toward your seat. You don't have to extend the legs. If you want to stay there, you can stay there. If you want to extend your legs, extend your legs. But now that you're upside down, you want that tap, tap, tap of the forehead to move up to a thump, thump, thump in the top of your head. You want to have that idea that now all of the energy from all of these chakras is being turned upside down like a bottle of maple syrup. You know how like when you open up that maple syrup and you get kind of about halfway down, it takes longer for that little bit at the bottom to start to go all the way to the top of the opening when you turn it upside down. That's what Kundalini's really like. It's not, now you gotta quit jumping like that. I tell you every week, stop jumping like that. Like that is not Kundalini right there. This is just out of control jumping. Today you can just put your head on the ground. Okay, now lift your knees. Don't worry about coming up today. Just lift your knees up. Tuck your toes under and lift your knees up. Stay here. Keep your knees up. Keep your knees up. Keep your knees off the ground. Keep your head on the ground like you're doing, but then lift your knees up. No, don't lift your feet. Keep your feet on the, yeah, that's it. Stay like that. You're stimulating the top of your head. Your heart is above your head. So this chakra, when this opens up, you realize the oneness of being, what's called aikyam in Sanskrit. It's the sense of God realization. And this is the thing that all mystics throughout history have understood. A mystic is somebody who understands their divine connection to God. That they are the same as that divine being. There's no separation. That's what makes mysticism mysticism. And those people are the people we call saints. And they end up with like miraculous energetic powers because they're connected to the divine. They're plugged into infinity. And it's not coming from an ego place. These are the spiritual healers in the world. These are the people who like offer those energetics, like not expecting anything in return, right? So it's not like fortune tellers. That's Manipura chakra. This is those beings who selflessly do for others in a holistic, healing way and not expect anything in return. Not even thank you. Gently come down and rest in child seat. You know, like I did a Reiki teacher training, so has Dominga. There's probably other people who have done Reiki teacher trainings in the room. I think Rosanna has. And one of the things that they want you to do is when you connect to that divine energy of the Reiki, because Reiki is just another aspect of this God consciousness, they want you to spend like the first year actually giving Reiki to people for free. They don't want you to charge for it, because they want you to tap into that energy purely before you start putting a price on it, so that that energy doesn't come polluted with the Manipura chakra and the Swadhisthana chakra and the Muladhara chakra. And gently starts to lift the torso up, and let's come lay down with your head toward the center of the room and your feet toward the wall behind you. So here again, I'm going to say that again. Let's lay down, head toward the center and feet toward the wall. And begin to relax the body. And as you relax, I want you just to see first if you can sense any vibration on a subtle level in your body. And then go back to that space at your base of your spine, and I want you to see a red dot lit up at the base of your spine, right at the pubic bone. Now draw a line, like an accord on a string of Christmas tree lights. Draw a line from that red dot to about 2 fingers below your navel. And I want you to see an orange lit up dot, like a string of Christmas tree lights. Then allow that string to go up to your solar plex and see a bright yellow Christmas tree light. And then allow that string to go up to the center of your heart and see a bright green Christmas tree light. Then allow the string to go up to the base of your throat and see like a blue, the color of the ocean in the Caribbean, Christmas tree light. Now allow the cord to go up to the space in between your eyebrows, but really it's in your brain, but it's on that level in between your eyebrows. And allow that to light up as an indigo blue Christmas tree light. And then allow that cord to move up to the top of your head, and then see a pure white Christmas tree light on top of your head. And what I like about the idea of seeing this as a string of Christmas tree lights is that Sushumna Nadi, the central channel, is acting as the cord on a string of Christmas tree lights. And you know, you have to plug in the Christmas tree lights into an electrical socket so that actually anything lights up. So by you visualizing this energy, not just the chakras, but now the Kundalini the Shakti moving through Sushumna Nadi, you're starting to understand how you can manifest that energy to go up. You got to see that electrical current going up through the central channel of your body to the top. And you should do it at this point in the practice when you're relaxing. After you've done the asana work, after you've done the mantra, after you've done the mudras and the intentions. Gently start to deepen the breath. And by means of the breath, make small movements with the fingers and the toes. Stretch the arms overhead. Stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. Then the knees into the chest. Give the knees a hug. Gently roll over to the right side. Pressing the left palm into the earth with the torso up. And come up to a seated position for a type of meditation. But japa meditation, chanting meditation. So just set up tall, still feel that energy moving through you. And very softly this time, not loud like we did the first time in opening the class, but softly. Lam vam ram yam ham om om. Lam vam ram yam ham om om. Lam vam ram yam ham om om. Lam yam ham om om. Again. Lam bam ram yam ham om om. 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 Softer. Lam bam ram yam ham om om. 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 Softer. Lam bam ram yam ham om om. 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 In a whisper. Lam bam ram ham om om. Lam bam ram yam ham om om. Lam bam ram yam ham om om. Lam bam ram yam ham om om. Now just with your lips moving but no sound. Now, with no lips moving but internal. Again. Inhale deeply. Exhale everything out. Inhale for the sound of Om externally. Om Shanti. Bringing the hands together in undulating mudra, bowing the head slightly to meet the hands, giving thanks and praise for the teachings of yoga from the past, the present, and still teachings that are yet to be revealed. Om Bolo Sadguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Dominga. Don't forget, there is some workshops coming up. I don't think